what are we working on today?
A Walmart special.
Hampton trash?
Hampton trash.
I got to slow it down.
Do you want to test it first?
Okay, we can do that.
Now we got to get another extension cord out here. Because there's no amps left on the other one.
Not with that attitude. Or we could just not test it. It's up to you. Didn't you slow down your voice in a recent video?
Yeah, that's why I said I'll have to slow down when you said about Hampton Bay.
What if you slow down to slow down?
Probably already seem like we're working in slow motion.
Did somebody say Rotorex? Oh, by the way, I love the thumbnail of that video. Don't think I didn't notice that.
Oh, this is quieter than that refrigerator.
Is that on high?
Now that's on low.
Yeah, it's not objectionable on low. A little noisy on high, but not as bad as what's in the kitchen now.
That sounds like mostly conductor noise though.
It's a little noisy inside, but we'll find out soon enough, right?
Yeah.
A little chattery when it first starts up.
Well, it's only a stupid piece of junk Rotorex.
Made in
A Chatterex.
This thing also hasn't run in like, I think the guy said probably about 20 years.
Wow. So this must be fairly low hours then.
It is, but it's a little bit crusty inside.
Well, I guess it was by the shortest we expected for any number of hours.
Well, it wasn't. The guy lived interior inside of New Jersey, but I think he got it from a friend of his who lived in Manhattan.
I don't like that place.
I don't mind. I actually like going there for tourist reasons, but I wouldn't want to work there or live there. It's too busy.
I'm not a city person. It's such a piece of junk that British doesn't even stay in.
I think the sleeves might need to be a little rattly.
Yeah, there is some vibration.
It's already getting cool. Not cold, but cool. I love how the vent just blows down.
They're still pretty reasonable airflow out the back.
It's not that bad. What's interesting is there's a knockout on the back of this. I wonder why.
Where?
See that knockout?
Or a drain hole.
That's way too high, though.
Whereas it's only an overflow. It still allows it to sling and then access can get out.
Well, not after we're done with it. It's not.
There'll be no slinging.
No slinging allowed.
That's good. Does this have continuous run?
It does. You have to, yeah. That's for you, Carson.
Well, he doesn't think that it has continuous
No,
run?
he didn't realize that until I told him.
I didn't either.
Most people don't, because there's like a little nut. It's already getting nice and cold.
Yeah, this is working well.
Sounds pretty nice, too.
There is a lot of vibration I can feel on the table too.
So we'll pull the sleeves out and we'll put new ones in there. Or we could just take them out and never put them back. They're only in there for shipping purposes.
Oh.
So like if you put the unit on its back or upside down or something like that, the compressor doesn't hang by the lines.
Which I never go into the new ones.
Yeah, that's good and cold.
I'm gonna like this machine, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
This might be the ticket for the kitchen.
It might be.
Once we can solve the vibration problem.
That will not work. Is that just the filter probably?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I really like the LG fan motors. The Fascos are the best.
Are they ball bearing?
No, these are the ones that kind of dry up without warning.
Is it still,
That sounds nice.
The bearings seem reasonably free still.
Like I said, these things will sneak up on you.
Well,
Yeah, this is vibrating pretty good.
well, we can service the fan motor another day.
Yeah, today's not. We're not going to have enough time with how slow you and I work. It'll be 9 o'clock tonight by the time it's done.
I
That
don't
is
think I'm going to be
freezing.
using this a whole lot in the next week or two anyways. Nothing above 85 in the forecast.
Yeah, that's good and cold. That's freezing, actually.
Yeah, especially considering it's probably at least high 70s by now outside. It's very refreshing.
And that compressor sounds really nice. That's almost the same exact compressor as what's in the other 10K you have.
We'll have to test that one too. That's a rotary, but it almost sounds reciprocated.
Oh yeah? That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is a C101 compressor, which is what the larger 10K has.
It doesn't sound like the 10K to me. though.
It's a little different. This is a C101, that's a CK101. I don't know what the differences are internally, but as it comes under load, it's starting to sound more and more like it though. That is freezing. This thing works great.
Yeah, this is a good machine.
I think this was in a wall or something, because this is weird.
It does look like it.
The only thing wrong with it is the paint's kind of chalky, which for you, I don't think you really care. So it's a little noisy on high. But like you said, a lot of that's outside.
Yeah, it really does sound like most of it's condenser noise.
Weird that this one stays up and this one doesn't.
Well, a little piece of paper will fix it. All right, time for lunch.
It's 10:30. I think it's a little early.
I think the place opens at 11.
Okay. I hope they're open today.
I think it's shut on Sunday.
Okay.
I'll have to call and make sure.
Could you shake the camera a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I'm way ahead of you. Now, what do you do when you have two cameras? Do you have to shake both of them?
I just can't. It's not physically possible. I guess whichever one is closest.
Oh, I put new foam on this too.
Oh, perfect.
I forgot that I did that. The old stuff just fell apart. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is... Yeah, these screws aren't the right screws. I don't know why somebody only changed two of them. Somebody monkeyed with this at some point.
The evaporator's in good condition.
Yeah, I think plain water will probably be all that we need for that. But if you want to use too much coil cleaner, you can do that too.
I think we'll just use a very, very light amount.
I always think we did it at least once when it was somebody else's, because you never know what was in it.
Yeah, this thing just smells like musty. It doesn't smell moldy or dirty or anything. It smells like somebody's attic because that's where it was.
It looks like a pretty minuscule amount of dust that's in there.
The 6K that I got, which is in much better shape than this, is pretty dusty. I'm surprised. Because that thing looks like it's exceptionally low hours. It's almost like they never cleaned the filter or something. I don't understand.
It would be pretty light.
But they cleaned this one? That's...
Some people are stupid.
I think a rising faction of people are stupid.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the saying? Common sense is the least common of all the senses.
For me, it smells.
Oh, what? I'm not gonna get fancy with the teardown like I did last week to see how fast I could possibly do it.
Oh, you're flying through this.
You think so?
Well, compared to everything else you've done so far today.
Compared to everything else that I do. This is unplugged, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll plug it back in.
While I'm undoing the wiring. I mean, that's really the best time to do it. Yeah, I bet you these sleeves are kind of jacked up.
That's a big compressor.
Isn't it? For such a small chassis. Wow, it was already starting to sweat back to the compressor too.
Yeah, that's a very big compressor. It's a pretty solid
Yeah, that's half
suction
inch.
line too for a little 10K. And yet some people still say these are junk.
It's a piece of junk. It's Rotorex. It's Hampton Bay.
3-layer coil on both.
The 6K that I got has a 3-layer. Does it have a 3? No, it has a 2-layer, but a 3-layer evaporator, which I thought was quite shocking. This is a really good unit. I think you're going to be very happy with it. It's not as quiet as that larger 10K, and it doesn't have a cool refrigerant gas sound like that one does, but you know, for a small unit, you can just throw in and out of the window, no problem.
Yeah, it's very light for what it is. Jeez.
What are you, me? That's
Yeah,
my
I know.
job.
I shouldn't be doing that. I live here. Yeah, it does look like it made its own drain hole back here. It knew what was best for it.
Like I said, you're going to want some silicone over here because some moron put the wrong screw in there.
Yep.
See it poked a hole.
I should have some because I just redid the bathtub.
Oh, okay.
I got all that mold out of there.
Oh, that's that stuff, yeah. Okay. Geez, I just took 4 of these units apart yesterday. You think I'd be a little bit faster than this?
This is taking a long time.
Just get out of the things.
I'll just put it into the windscreen.
See, I'm starting to get a little bit more cognizant of not blocking the camera. Okay. Only 3 wires that have to be undone. Okay, so gray goes to the thermostat.
You want to write it down?
No, I remember. Plus, there's a schematic on there too.
Okay.
Okay. Black is common. Ha ha ha. And then red is the capacitor. That should be the start winding.
That's so unintuitive for the black to be common. Especially when there's a white wire in there.
I know. Hello, Dennis. If he's watching.
Hello, the letter H.
Hello, the super fan man. You're gonna get comments from people. How come you didn't say hello to me?
Yeah, I know. List all to 59,000 people that watched the video.
I thought I left the most important socket at home. 7/16. Well, luckily this will come apart a little bit easier than it did last week because I already fought with the, actually I'm not supposed to take that screw out. I already fought with those push nuts.
Did you win?
Well, yeah, I got it apart in 10 minutes. I certainly hope that I won. Okay, so... Did I lose one of the screws already?
You want a little box to put them
Yeah.
in?
Oh, here it is. Sounds like a farm out here. It sounds like a farm out here.
Yeah, we got lawnmowers, sheep. What's next?
In fact, I bought this on a farm. 117 acres.
No farms, no food.
No food, no farms.
No food, no people.
No sun, no food.
No moon, more sleep.
I'm just waiting for somebody in the comments. How come you're not working faster?
It does seem like it's taking a little bit longer than usual.
Well, that's because I'm trying not to block the camera.
You're blocking the camera with your head.
I said I'm trying not to. I didn't say I'm not blocking it. We're almost home free. That should be the last screw and this whole thing will lift right out. And if you wouldn't mind, because it's a little bit easier with two people, just picking this up. Right, grab this. Okay. All right, so we're all torn down now. I guess probably the first thing we want to do maybe is vacuum this junk out of here.
Hold on, I gotta show the fan.
Fan. I like the way the letter H says that.
Hello.
Wow. Yeah, I love the way he answers the telephone too. Or sometimes he just picks up the phone and doesn't even say anything. That's even funnier.
At least he picks it up. That's
Unlike
further
me.
than you can.
I feel attacked.
It's not too bad in here.
It's a little crusty in some spots, but it's not objectionable.
This is such a stupid design. I hate this. I just feel like taking the gas out, cutting this out, and putting it back in.
Well, since we're in here, let me check the condition of this feet.
Yeah, I don't like how close these two tubes are. Probably should put some tie wraps around these.
We could do
maybe.
that, yeah.
Especially down here on the side. Seems like it could easily rub up against the side there.
That one's in okay shape. It's not objectionable.
Probably could make it look better with some coil cleaner.
Ooh, this one looks kind of crappy. No, that's not going anywhere. Don't worry about it.
Oh wow.
If any of them's going to be rusted, it's going to be this one.
Rust.
Rusted. Yeah, that's in there pretty good.
And that's where the vibration coming from because it's not moving around at all.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's really on there.
We need some vice grips.
No, what I need is if you have a pick tool and some like WD-40, or actually silicone oil is better.
What is a pick tool?
It kind of looks like a needle with a screwdriver handle on the end of it.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, that's where your problem is. A very small screwdriver will also work. Yeah, that's rusted pretty bad. And this is usually where the problem is. For whatever reason, this.
Ow! All right. That wasn't very nice.
Well, you got another hand. Yeah, this is where the problem is usually. Like, I think 9 times out of 10 when I've taken these units apart and they vibrate, this is the standoff that has the problem. Yeah, so if you could possibly get me like a pick tool or a very, very, very small common screwdriver. This is good footage though. Spray some silicone spray in there. Should help loosen it up a little bit. A lot of crust coming out of here. No farms, no food, no woman, no cry. I can't sing it though. It's copyright. Yeah, look at how much junk is coming out of here.
Jeez.
And that's what happens. That void fills up with the rust flakes because it expands.
Because there's no drain hole.
Let's see if this gets us anywhere. Let's
still struggling.
Wow, this is one of the worst.
You want this still?
Yeah, that'll work.
So this is likely what the that 5K one looks like.
Yep. Hint, hint. Although that's buried, I don't think we're going to be able to work on
Not
it.
that I know. So what happens is that locks to the compressor, and that's why all the vibration transfers.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Because this would be very quiet otherwise.
But I can see it's moving up and down over here pretty frequently.
This is such a nightmare. I brought some new ones with me. And I think what's also happening, making this even more difficult, is the rust is probably building up on the other side of it and kind of locking it into the threads of that stud. This is such a pain in the butt. We'll get it. It might just take a little while.
There's a surprise.
This is bad. I can feel it. One of the things I can try to do is lift this up a little bit and see if I can twist the whole mount. Wow.
Would it be a benefit to let it soak in some kind of penetrating oil for some time?
Well, the problem with that is it might react with the rubber. That's why I use the silicone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really on there. I need to kind of Alright, I think we're making some progress now. I feel it. It's starting to move now. Ugh. Ow!
What happened?
I pinched myself with the pliers.
Are the pliers okay?
I'm fine, thanks. If I wasn't wearing gloves, I probably would have cut my hand pretty bad because I think I got caught in the wire cutting part. Yeah, this is bad. I might need to massage this for quite a while. Give it another squiz of oil.
The shoe that way.
The shoe that?
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, I guess that part's pretty free. My apologies if I'm getting some oil on the tools.
Well, we can wash off the tools.
No, they're damaged. You gotta cancel them out. Just wait till you see how much quieter this is gonna be when we're done with it.
I can feel a lot of vibration transfer through the case. Okay, we're starting to.
Yeah, I think I'm finally breaking the seal now. I'm able to push this all the way down. I think that's it.
It's stuck to the rubber.
Yeah. Things hurting pretty good. Look at that. Where are you? Yeah, that's bad. That's one of the worst I've ever seen, actually.
You think the ones in the 5K are worse than this?
They could be that bad.
Yeah, that's pretty rotten. What material is this?
It's probably steel with zinc chromate on it.
Can we get stainless ones, or is that not a thing?
No. What you can do,
You can drill a drain hole and it won't happen.
you could do that. All right, so we're home free now, so this is ready to be vacuumed out, and then we can coil clean, and then we can go get lunch.
Do we have a new sleeve?
Yeah, I brought new ones with me.
Okay, because I still have those other ones that you told me not to lose for the 5K.
You didn't lose them?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Look, there's a bunch of crap coming out of there. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it.
Perfect.
Honestly, I wouldn't even put a new one in there because there's probably still a bunch of junk in there that I haven't been able to get out. It may not go down all the way.
It does. If it doesn't need it, I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, we should try to put it in if we can, but
Should we try to flush it out with some water cleaner first?
coil cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could try to do that. We just have to kind of like. I mean, vacuuming it would probably be the best bet. That'll probably get the majority of the junk out of there.
Okay. I'll go get those.
I mean, you would probably want to vacuum out the rest of the unit first to get the loose stuff. That's what I always do.
I don't, but we can. Okay.
If you prefer not to, I won't force you.
We're just going to eat it for the time.
Oh, I see. Here, this is what the standoff looked like. I don't know how well this is going to show up. This thing's all rusted and everything. This coil's in really nice shape, and there's really, like, almost no dirt in there. I can see straight through it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think it's low hours.
It's got it. So is that on top or something?
Yeah, so the bar doesn't...
Yeah, that's like a motor rock.
What if we put it in the wagon?
We could put it in there.
I mean, the other thing... you know what, it's probably damaged. Put it on the sleeve there. Yeah, so you see what I go through with these stupid sleeves? But it makes a world of difference in telling you that. That was actually the hardest one I've ever had to pull out.
Really?
Yeah.
This one doesn't even look all that bad.
I know. All right, that was actually, as tough as that was, it was obviously worth the effort. Glad you had that silicone stuff. Otherwise, we would have had to go to the Home Depot like now.
Yeah, well, we can go after lunch to get the foam blocks.
Okay.
Because we will need those to be installed correctly.
Oh, it's sorry. It took me a second to remember what blocks you're referring to.
Oh.
Yes. The other thing, I actually don't laugh. I actually want to get some aerosol coil cleaner while we're there.
Why is that funny?
Because we always joke around about coil cleaner.
Yeah, but that stuff you can't really overuse it.
No.
It's the stuff that Russ uses that you can use too much of.
Which I really feel like sometimes he uses a little too much.
You think he goes a little too far?
Yeah. I just empty out the vacuum so we'll be able to see the totality of how much was in there.
Okay. Well, first things first. Let me get these out of here. So
You
that we
don't want to accidentally suck up all the screws and other miscellaneous parts on the table?
I would prefer not to,
That's my favorite thing.
because all my spare parts are at home or in my storage unit,
Well-
which is even further from here.
We could also just open the vacuum and get them out.
No, once they're gone, that's it. They're gone forever.
I'm going to throw out the vacuum for some reason.
Sorry, Dennis. Dennis was actually considering like 3D printing a plaque. I said if you did that, Jordan would probably put it on the vacuum for you.
You know, for a free piece of junk I got off the side of the road, I've got a lot of use out of this vacuum.
And if it breaks, who cares, right?
If it breaks, I'll probably try to fix it.
Okay, we ready?
I think so. Do you want like a crevice tool?
If you have it,
I
yeah.
have it.
Perfect.
Oh, this one's not working. I'll just get a different one.
Throw it out. Crunchy.
What a stupid design.
Well, the shroud pushes that down.
Oh.
There's a little finger on
It pushes it down into the water so it can rust.
That's probably good enough. I think we got like 90% of it out. All right.
Now it's time for Russ's favorite part.
Cheesesteaks?
The coil cleaner.
All right, if we're gonna do that, I guess I'll get this fan out of here. I guess what I'll do is I'll work on taking the fan apart. which I'm sure is not going to be easy. So rumor has it you think that somebody uses a little too much coil cleaner?
Yeah, just a touch, because the coils end up getting all corroded and so forth, and that
Actually drilled its own
indicates there's a little bit too much.
drain hole over here.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's where the line was pushing down, right? So
That's like a perfect little pinhole start.
interesting.
That's what can happen to the loops and so forth, that they're vibrating.
Yeah.
That's a predicament for me now, because I like to have only one drain hole so I can collect it because otherwise it goes in the basement. So maybe
We could silicone it shut.
yeah, maybe we'll do that.
I mean, the majority of the water's probably going to go on this side because it's heavier, so.
Although in the kitchen windows, for whatever reason, I
Kinda
think they might
screwed
be
up.
tilted. The water tends to go to the left.
Okay.
I usually put the drain hole around here on these because that's the lowest point.
If you want to do that, which is fine, what I would do is I'd put a notch in that fan shroud so that the water doesn't get trapped here, because I've seen that happen.
Uh,
All right. Guess it's time to use too much coil cleaner.
yep.
And 17 plus 4 is 21.
Very good.
Remember you called somebody one time that you bought a unit from and they said something like that?
Yes, I do. And to this day, I have no idea what was being referred to.
And the man that you bought it from was not a stupid person either.
No, he was a very respectable person, so I don't quite understand that at all.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a tap over the studs. This is a 1/4-20 tap for confined spaces, works really well. This way we can put new push nuts on there. These things are in pretty bad shape. Hardest part is getting these things started. All right. See what I can do. So clean up these threads so we can put new nuts on there. What's left of the threads, I guess. That was a smart idea to wear those boots. Too much coil cleaner, or
Way too much.
didn't you say your neighbor's lawnmower is not the greatest? It tends to not really work right.
What happens is I guess the carburetor's busted or something, so once it warms up, it won't restart.
Jeez.
So he wraps something around the handle to keep it running while he takes the bag off to empty it.
This one's pretty far gone. I don't think there's really any threads left on it. That's okay. It has enough thread that we can
Just douse it in coil cleaner.
Okay. Oh, so he defeats the dead man switch? I wish I had brought some plastic nuts with me, because those push nuts only have one thread on them. So at least the plastic ones have more to grab onto.
Yeah, I don't think we're having enough coil cleaner.
Just put full strength on it.
Well, that's what I was gonna do, but we don't have enough. Probably only enough for like 2 inches of the coil.
Oh, that's it. It's not starting back up. I probably did that when I was racing through taking it apart.
Well, I'm undoing it.
Can't take me anywhere. I might have said this in another video, but believe it or not, what works best for me is usually the brush cap that comes with the aerosol coil cleaner.
That probably would have worked in this case because the damage is very minor.
Yeah, and these fins are super, super soft. This actually has straight fins on it, which is kind of cool. Makes it much easier.
I prefer the straight fins. I feel like
I do too.
it gets the humidity better.
Speaking of which, this has a small dent in it if you want to try to straighten it out in the back. Some of these, I mean, I think that I put this dent in there, but that could have been there from the factory.
You think the factory put the dent in?
Yeah, sometimes people are in a hurry. It's more likely that it was me, though.
Yeah, we just took some of the dust off.
You know, it's actually kind of amazing for something that's such seemingly low hours. I'm surprised that the inside of the base pan is as rough as it is.
Well, the problem is it fills with water and it sits.
Yeah, this thing probably dehumidifies really, really well.
Especially once the coils have been cleaned.
With too much coil cleaner. So you think you get better dehumidification with straight fins, huh?
I just feel like the humidity runs down out of the coil.
Oh, I see.
Because with these, when you shut it off, you know, you can see it all
Oh,
stuck in
that makes
there.
sense. Yeah. And then it just sits and raises the humidity in the room because there's water inside.
Right.
Rather than going outside. Through the drain hole that should be there.
Correct.
So yeah, at worst, this will be as loud as that Frigidaire.
I think it's a little bit less, at least on low. That Frigidaire seems horrifically loud for some reason.
Well, that thing is tiny. I mean, it's amazing that they put 8K in something that's smaller than even this.
This is a different fins per inch.
Is it really? This coil is in excellent shape. I bet if it had fins like this, it probably would have been rotted.
Yeah, all the way to the bottom, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, it actually, it looks great. I mean, there's a little bit of surface corrosion, but that'll wash off. Yeah, this is a good unit. And it's about to get a lot quieter. Oh, wow.
What?
Look at what I did to my finger.
Not good.
That would have been really bad if I wasn't wearing gloves. That's not my middle finger, by the way. That's my pointer finger. Yeah. Yeah, that could have been bad.
Well, that's why you gotta get your fingers out of the way of the tools.
Well, it's...
That was partially a user error.
It was. It was my fault.
Can't
I'm
blame
not...
the tool for that.
No. I'm not blaming the tool. I'm
Or
blaming
the
myself.
coil cleaner.
Well, it could be too much coil cleaner.
Okay.
I'm going to take a picture of this compressor because I want to see how close the serial number of the compressor is to mine because the units were made one day apart. It would be funny if the serial number of the compressor is like off by 100 or something.
It probably is. I want the extension cord to vaporize it in the coil cleaner.
Well, if you don't use too much. That's actually, speaking of which, Russ is reaching out to me right now.
What did he say? I'm using coil cleaner this afternoon.
Should I tell him you use too much coil cleaner?
Might as well.
I think Jordan thinks you use too much coil cleaner. This you could probably get away with like 8 to 1.
Let's use
Full strength.
let's use 200 to 1.
200 parts water to 1 part coil cleaner. Yeah, speaking of dehumidifier, like look at the bottom of the evaporator coil.
That was pulling a lot of moisture.
It was.
Oh, I should have put all those hoses away. Why didn't you say something?
Well, I guess I'll humiliate myself and say I didn't even think of it either.
Well, like they say, great minds think alike.
I think the funny thing is we're both smart people and sometimes we do really stupid things.
Well, sometimes smart brains do stupid things.
Like the time I couldn't figure out how to get the steaks back in the packaging.
It's better than dumb brains, which dumb brains do dumb things most of the time.
Yeah, and then when you get a lot of dumb brains together, that's really dangerous.
I think a lot of major organizations today.
I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself in case the wrong people hear what I think about that. You want to wear chemical gloves when you,
Sure do like cheesesteaks.
well, they're coming. And then after that, ice cream.
Ice cream.
That ice cream shop is... I don't want to say unparalleled because you said there's one even better, but that's the best ice cream shop I've ever been to.
Yeah, there's a better one, but the better one is not open all year round. This is by far the best one that's open all year round.
I can't wait to go. I'm going to get that Cookie Monster sundae again, as if I need to eat more junk food. Well, I'll just have to hit the gym even harder on, well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Sunday.
I know, I'll be at the gym.
I'll be home.
And you know who might be using too much coil cleaner.
Yeah, somebody might use too much coil cleaner. You think Liz uses too much coil cleaner?
Maybe the baby uses too much coil cleaner. I can't believe how much that sleeve fought me. I'm almost glad that it was that bad, because at least it explains why the thing was vibrating.
Oh, it's a good one to get on video, too. We use about 8 to 1, I think, for this one.
I think that that's adequate.
I think this needs a new gasket.
Perhaps.
Probably put too much coil cleaner in at some point.
Do you have a scrub brush we can agitate with?
Yeah, why, you want to force the dirt off the surfaces?
Excuse me?
You want to force the dirt off the surfaces?
If possible, yeah.
You know, it's so cool today, we don't even need that big fan. All the humidity went away. Go figure, a nice day out, we have 2 air conditioners to test.
You know what? It's probably not even worth messing with the condenser fan. It's probably good enough.
Yeah, I would just leave it.
Yeah,
As long as we can clean the styrofoam, that's all.
yeah, the blower wheel and the styrofoam I think will work clean. The styrofoam's not even that bad. It's just dusty.
Yeah, it'll clean off easy.
Unlike another unit that we know of.
Or that Whirlpool next to you.
Oof. Although I think the worst unit you've ever done. It's a tie between that other Hampton Bay, the 12K, and the Whirlpool that was in the same house. I think that the Hampton Bay was worse.
It was because of the presence of the smoke.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that they intentionally blew cigarette smoke into the intake or something.
Yeah. This panel does not condone the smoking.
No. I think smoking is disgusting.
Well, we saw it was.
That sleeve is so jacked up. You should put like a no smoking emoji in the title of the video or something.
Well, that should have been for the Hampton Bay one.
Oof. I guess it's not too late to change the unit bit.
That's true.
a waste of money smoking is, too.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
That it is.
That's a pretty thick coil, too.
Yeah, for a little. Well, it is small, you know, dimensions wise.
Well, I have a 6K with a coil that's that thick. The thing is very efficient. At full load, it's only 6 amps, which for a 6K, I mean, even today, I don't think you can do all that much better.
They really haven't gone up much over the years. You know, this one was a 9.2. I mean, the ones you buy today are what, 10 maybe if you're lucky? 9,
I think they
10?
go up to 11, but I think the way that they measure them, and we talked about this before, I think the way they measure them is a little bit differently. I think they're under more ideal conditions, where these are more worst case.
Well, the EER was tested at 95 degrees, which is for around here. That's
about as hot as it'll ever get.
Yeah, that's unusually warm. The CEER is very ambiguous, and it has something to do with recording the power consumption while it's cooling and on standby, which is ironic because the old machines use 0 watts on standby because there's no electronics controls. I don't know, maybe someone who knows more about that trash can provide some insight. I've tried to look into it, and I find it very confusing, which is a problem because it's something that's designed to help consumers make an educated choice. It shouldn't be confusing.
Well, Carson recently tested, and Carson, if you're watching, please comment. He tested a new unit. It was a funny name. I forget what it was. And it had a bunch of circular holes in the grill. It was kind of strange, but in his basement, it was like I want to say it was a 6K, and it only drew like 4.5 amps, so it was very efficient.
But then, you know, put that under a 95 degree day in the sun, it's going to go way up.
It will go up, but the question is by how much, you know, compared to, you know, a Hampton Bay 6K from the 90s. I just, you know, I think there's more to the story, and I think that the older ones are more efficient than people give them credit for.
Yeah. Well, the EER is just, it's either watts divided by BTU or BTU divided by watts, whatever it is.
Yes.
So you can calculate that on a brand new machine and get a real time. But then you're basing off of the BTU calculation actually being accurate, which is based off of CFM, which I think is totally inaccurate, and we've seen that change over the years, so there's definitely a discrepancy there.
Although, to be fair, and somewhat charitable, I think CFM is probably a lot harder to measure than people realize.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it's easy, I'm just saying that it's not accurate. And accuracy, as we know, is important.
Especially if you make a phone call saying that somebody has expired and they haven't.
That is an excellent example.
You better be sure that that person is no longer alive before you make a declaration like that.
Real world examples of why accuracy matters.
I mean, I guess it's better that way than the other way.
I suppose. Yeah, both are pretty bad.
That's getting some good foaming.
Yeah, you know what else we have to do is we have to, and maybe we can use that Hampton Bay 6K or 5K for this. We have to put gauges on the unit and then plug and unplug the drain hole. And see, there's a lot of people commenting on that video, and a lot of people are saying, oh, well, evaporation is X joules per minute or whatever the measurements are, but not one single person is speaking to what is due to the head pressure, what is it due to the subcooling. And that's what matters. I mean, it doesn't matter what evaporation is because we don't know how much of the coil is getting wet. If it's 99% humidity, there's not going to be much evaporation taking place. Nobody knows. But, you know.
I think that there's a very, very marginal improvement, probably in the order of maybe 5%.
I think it's very minimal as well. Because we saw that the power consumption is a pretty good descriptor of the compressor's load.
Yeah, the higher the high side pressure, the more amps and watts it requires to run. Do you have Allen keys in the studio?
There would be some in the drawer underneath the computer over there.
Okay. Because this blower wheel has a hex head screw.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. It has a black blower wheel, which I think actually looks kind of cool.
Can't see the mold.
Well, this has no mold in it at all. Which I guess means it was in the right size room.
Or it just wasn't used in your bedroom.
Well, that's another story. Something's really screwed up with that. Wow, that's like crystal clear through there.
Yeah, I think it was a little more slug than we initially thought.
Really?
But now it's perfect.
I'll get the right size one of these days. Sweet.
That coil cleaned up perfectly.
You did it. You didn't even have to use too much coil cleaner, huh?
Nope.
If I had better foresight, I would have left the sprayed silicone outside to help loosen up the blower wheel.
We gotta do a little agitation here.
The unit will thank you. Go. Almost home. All right. Oh, that's unfortunate.
What happened? Oh, the wrong one came
Oh
off?
boy. All right. Well, that's what I get for not tightening it up before I. No big deal. No wonder the other one wasn't moving. I was moving both without kind of realizing it. Well, I guess now that it's off, I may as well wash it. Right? Go get King George to hold the shaft in place here. That adjustable wrench trick is very useful. So overloaded with weight.
I know, that tool draw.
go. Look at how great that base pan cleaned up.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Like I always say, they look like they're going to be worse than they ever actually are.
Have you looked at the compressor terminals on this one?
We can give it a quick examination. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I would just like to check it.
Yeah, if you're in there, you should do it.
It usually is fine, but you never know.
Yeah, that coil is like spotless inside now. And this one looks great too.
Yeah, both of them are.
You know, for a unit that's this old, this thing is very, very clean.
It's gotta be low hours.
But high humidity though. High dehumidification rather. For it to have that much rust in that low hours, this thing must have been a dehumidifying monster.
Was it used in Florida?
If this was Florida, there'd be nothing left of it. Well, I'm glad it's going to a good home. Out of film or out of battery?
Probably a battery.
Good timing, I guess. Look at this manifold on here. That's crazy. That looks cool too.
Yeah, the return line, that's pretty impressive. Okay. Now we'll clean the styrofoam and the fan.
We're gonna walk to the deli, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should get some.
Your legs
sample.
working?
Yeah, they're okay. I should get some. Oh no, forgot to bring sunblock with me.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Now what are we gonna do?
Walk fast. That was it. That was what I forgot to bring with me.
Well, what I can do to save the time is we can call and order the thing and then we'll just go grab it as opposed to wait for them to make it there.
Well, I mean, once we're indoors, I don't really care.
Oh, you want to eat it there?
What's that?
You want to eat it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Just be advised, the air conditioner might be busted, although I guess today it's not hot out.
I mean, I guess I could just drive us there.
But we should not go into my car.
No, well, we can. I'm blocking you in anyway.
Oh yeah, this is coming right off.
Wow, look at that. Wow, that might be one of the easiest styrofoam cleanings I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, it's because it's just dust.
No mold allowed.
That's good. I wasn't really in the mood to fight with one of these things today anyways.
This might be one of the easiest cleanings we've ever done.
Not that that's saying much, because we've had some pretty bad ones. I get a softer brush so I can clean it more gently.
I think just regular dish soap probably would have cleaned that up. Look at that. I don't think there's any other unit that you have in your collection right now that would have cleaned up this easily.
No, probably not. I'm getting lucky on this one. Didn't even have to use too much coil cleaner.
The only sort of time-consuming thing that it needs is just that bubble wrap foam. That compressor's huge for something this small.
It really is.
I'm so psychotic with those things. I'll actually take a foam brush and go through every single slat.
Not on an empty stomach.
I wasn't recommending that. Wow, even that's cleaning up this fine with plain water. Get off of me. Get off!
What happened?
There's a bug on me.
Ah, was it a lantern fly?
No.
Those are the worst.
I hate lantern flies.
I just hate bugs in general.
I think the lantern flies actually look pretty cool, but man, oh man, do they do a lot of damage.
Yep. Alright, looks pretty reasonable.
Put that out in the sun.
Put it in the shade.
Why, so it takes longer to dry?
Yeah.
Done with that?
Yep. Wasn't much to do.
How nice would it be if every unit cleaned up this easy?
It would be fantastic.
No, we're not using Fantastic, we're using coil cleaner.
It would be coil cleaner. And that's why Russ uses too much coil cleaner, because he just doesn't want to deal with it.
Perfect. Fall over.
Now we're using a garbage tripod again. The other one had too much coil cleaner on it.
There's probably a Hampton Bay.
There's a Hampton Bay tripod.
Hampton Bay has the they put their name on the weirdest things like patio furniture, lights.
It used to be always only fans and lighting, but now it's like everything at that store.
I was gonna say you're not skipping the hub, are you?
No.
That's gonna bother you if you.
Not in a fan that can look like new.
Look at that.
Excellent. And I should never get that color again because it won't be slinging water.
And it also won't be used much.
That's true.
Although, if you like it enough, you probably will use it.
Oh, weather like this, I don't need it.
Oh, fair enough. Yesterday probably would have been a better day to.
Didn't use anything yesterday either.
Really? It was almost 90 degrees back home.
Yeah, but it was dry.
I was pretty damp at home, actually.
There's something wrong with your area.
Well, I'm also a mile and a half from the shore, so. Interesting. You use 8-to-1 and there's still light staining on this.
Yeah, it's so powerful. Ever we could even use less. And I rinsed it off as thoroughly as you can.
Rinsed it very, very well.
That's why I think Russ uses too much coil cleaner because his coils always look like that.
What's weird is it's only in a couple of spots. The rest of the coil's completely fine.
Maybe I didn't apply it as evenly as would have been ideal.
Well, one of the things that I noticed is that you don't generally tend to shake up the bottle, and so maybe it was full strength at the bottom.
That could be. Actually, that's a very good possibility. I'll have to be more careful to shake it better.
Because 8-to-1 shouldn't do that.
What is the recommended use? 4-to-1?
Well, you could do 4-to-1, 6-to-1, or 8-to-1 is what's on the bottle. I think Russ and Dave went full strength on something once.
He probably does it all the time.
That was that comfort air that Dave got.
That thing's insane.
That is insane.
That's probably the only thing that got outperformed the Super Weather Maker.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
I think that one was a full 3-ton, 6,000. Whereas the Weather Maker I have is only a 33.
Only.
Only. Although I believe that the Super Weather Maker was available at 36.
Well, we had 5 of them in the library when I was in junior high.
36,000?
I don't know what they were. I just know they were Super Weather Makers. I don't know how small they weren't either.
I guess at some point it just become a regular Weather Maker as the size goes down. Okay, I think we're ready for reassembly.
I think we're ready for lunch first.
All right, then we can let it dry.
Yeah, let's let it dry. Let's go out to lunch, change your boots, and we'll hop in the car.
Okay.
I'll take us there. All right, I'm gonna. No, you read my mind. How'd you know that was the next thing I was gonna do?
I hate reading.
This is.
Heaven's sakes.
I can already see this is gonna be a problem.
Is it not coming off?
Well, the threads are really chewed up on it. I don't want to snap it off because then you're going to have a big problem.
Do you think that it would be easy to get this wire out of the way?
It wasn't bothering me all that much.
Oh, it was bothering me tremendously.
Okay. This is one of those you kind of rock it back and forth, fraction of a turn at a time. Yeah.
I got something to increase the ground clearance down here.
Dig a hole?
I might start pulling some of this dirt out.
That is a tremendous amount of work.
But you know what? I could use it though. I could use it in other parts of
I
the yard
see.
to fill in holes and stuff, so it wouldn't go to waste.
Looks perfect.
Oh, excellent. Looks like it just came out of the Hampton Bay factory yesterday.
Cool.
Although, is that one coming off?
It probably wasn't pushed down all the way originally. That's really tight.
Oh, as long as it's tight, then it's probably
It's
fine.
good and tight for sure.
All right, then we'll leave it alone. No reason to tamper with it.
There we go.
I'm still amazed by the amount of air this fan moves.
That's insane.
Because usually these are, like, it's a very slow breeze, but this is, the velocity is very high.
Yeah, you're not joking. The funny thing is that probably uses a lot more energy than this conditioner does.
Yeah, totally 12 amps.
Yeah, that cord's probably working pretty hard. Okay, so this is good to go. I guess I'll just get a ticker towel and maybe dry out some of this water.
Do you think that we should put these, I mean, they're pretty stiff. It might not be a problem.
I think it's okay, but it's your call, it's your unit.
If these do break, it's not like we don't have the resources to fix it.
Well, the problem is we're not really sure what the inner diameter of it is, and the length has to be exactly right, so it's... I mean, they feel like they're really tightly...
It does seem pretty decent, but...
If you want to tie it up at the bottom, be my guest.
It can't. It can only
It's not going to hurt it, yeah.
All right, I'll get a couple of tie wraps.
Tie the wrap. there's an issue. These sleeves are a little bit too short.
Are those the same size as the other ones that you gave me?
Yeah. Now what you could do is you could take a wire brush to this and put it back. You know, once you get all that crud out of there.
Is that a benefit or is it just doesn't matter?
I don't think it really matters.
We could always just run it without and see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be fine without it.
It's not like we're going to throw that thing out. We don't throw anything out around here.
That's the first time I've got one of these where it wasn't long enough. I mean, what we could do that would work. Well, the problem is once it falls down, we're never getting it back out. I was going to say we can get a pipe cutter and cut off like the last quarter inch of this and stack them. Is a possibility.
Well, considering some of the machines I use don't even have the studs at all, probably doesn't really matter.
It really doesn't even need to be there. This is the first time that's ever happened.
See, there's always a problem.
Well, it doesn't really need to be there.
Well, couldn't we in theory replace these cap tubes with a TXV?
You could, yes.
So we could still fix it in some way if need be.
Well, I mean, TXVs are like $150 for the part. And
Well,
there's the labor of freezing and stuff.
Well, we work for free, so I'd rather pay $150 to fix this than pay $200 to buy a new one.
That's true.
All right, I think that's good. Yeah, I'll just leave this in case we need to.
Paint yourself into a corner.
Yeah. No, I wasn't sure if I should cut the end of it off or not. But
I would.
You think so? I guess there would be no reason we would ever come back and tighten it.
Well, you have like 100 more of them if you need to.
Yeah, but then I had to throw one out and waste it, and we just don't do that around here.
Alright, leave a little bit in there, I guess.
I just cut it off.
Well, you left a little bit. You can tighten it up. That's what I'm saying. You left enough that you can tighten it. Alright, I'm going to go in the kitchen and get a ticker towels to dry up some of this water.
There's some in the garage.
Oh, those are the heavy duty ones.
Yeah. The ones,
The odds are both the same. That's like, yeah. Sorry?
whatever's wrong with us is the same.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess if I'm going to have that in common with anybody, it's going to be somebody like you or, you know, one of my other friends like Mr. Coil Cleaner or... I guess before we do anything, you're probably going to want to drill the hole, right?
Yeah, I'll get the drill bit. We use a step bit.
Best hole tool for drilling holes in sheet metal. Deep burrs all in one step. actually got a couple of drain holes in it. We got one on this side of the coil. We got one on this side of the coil.
It might just pour out everywhere then. Oh well, nothing we can do about that.
No, it is what it is, right?
It's not what it should be though.
Well, I mean, if you put one here, the majority of the water is going to come out where you want it.
That's true.
So you could do one of two things. You could drill it in here, or you can go back a tiny bit before the shroud, which is more likely to drain out. I generally get more water draining out of here than if I put
Yeah, I
it.
feel like maybe right in the middle is the best. Because then if you put it here to the other problem is you get the fan interferes with it.
Yeah. Yeah, because the shroud comes up to, you can see the line, comes up to about here. So you could put it here, but you're cutting it real
Yeah, I
close
don't
with the
wanna
drill.
do that.
If you want to go there, you can do that.
This.
Let me hold this in place for you. Goes through it like it's nothing. That's pretty good.
Nice clean hole too.
Right, we'll get Dennis to, is there enough juice in this battery that I can unplug it long enough to vacuum?
Yeah, but there's not enough juice in the cord.
If we're quick enough, it won't trip and break
Put
it.
like 20 something amps through the cord.
Well, it could overload for 30 seconds, right?
It's 12. And the vacuum is probably another
12.
12. Which it shouldn't be. The vacuum should really only be about 8. That was awful.
Okay. All that yucky stuff is out of there.
Yeah, it's so nice out there. You really don't even need that fan.
There you go. You don't, but it sure feels nice running it.
Sure, the light bill's gonna look nice after running it all day too. It's worse than running an air conditioner.
Oh, just wait until we run 2 of them. Neither of which need to be run. Okay, so I guess the next thing we probably want to do is put that foam in there.
Yeah. Where do you want to do that? You want to clear the cart off and work here in the backyard?
Well, it might be better to do it here to put a pellet bag down because you don't want to get that sticky.
That's okay. Get this out. Table surface.
I mean, if that table gets sticky,
I don't really care. Wash it off.
that's another story.
How much has to be cut?
Not much. You have a Sharpie marker or something to make this a little easier.
I might have a marker somewhere. I definitely have a lot of pencils.
Or I could just do it by eye over here.
It doesn't really need to be precise.
It actually cuts really nice.
That's the funniest thing about those stupid scissors.
These are from Jay, right?
No, I bought them as a joke on Jay, but I never got the... I didn't feel like I should bring them to work because I didn't. When I bought them, I didn't think that they would actually cut, that they're fake.
They actually work really well, and they're really dangerous too.
Right, that's why when they come in and I realized they actually work, I didn't feel like I should take them to work.
These might be some of the best cutting scissors I've ever used. So let's see if I got this right. It's close enough. I probably needed one more row. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do the
How
job.
far down does it have to go?
Up to about here.
Oh, I think it's good. If anything, just push it, push it back a touch. I think that's fine. It can't be worse than it was.
Like I said, I kind of did this by eye. Not very well, apparently.
Oh, if it's an approximation, I think it's fine.
Did it again. Okay, but that's not a
close
big
enough.
deal. You can just stuff the other pieces in there. Alright, well, next time, don't do that. Measure it instead.
I like to cut multiple times and never measure.
And that's fine if you overcut it and then you make it smaller. I made it a little bit too small out of it.
Well, just cut it again.
Cut it even smaller.
Yeah.
So,
Stupid Japanese beetle over here.
no bugs allowed.
Most of the things I like from the Japan, but not those
Not
dumb
those bugs. Those bugs are bad news. Actually, we should shut that fan off.
I'll shut it off.
As much as I'm enjoying it. Okay. Blue fumes.
Poison.
Brain damage. Let me just move this down a little bit. I was afraid that would happen.
What happened? It's just,
You gotta hold the can like,
it's got to be upright.
you know. That's probably blue.
I would have used more coil cleaner than that.
So let it sit for 30 seconds. Probably should have wiped that down first.
What's the worst that happens? It comes loose and we just have to fix it.
And now for my next trick. Give it another 30 seconds.
This plug is not cooperating today. Oh, I sure do like ice cream.
Yummy. Well, we're going after this.
It's probably going to be a madhouse today.
I bet.
We should allocate like an hour to wait in line.
You think so?
Potentially.
Okay, that's been sitting long enough now.
Is it still sticky?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Actually, a little bit harder than I thought it would be. That's centered.
Well, remember, the cuts probably aren't perfectly straight either.
Especially if I did it. One spot here is curled up.
Does it matter?
Probably not. I just don't want the vent to get caught on it.
We could probably trim it later with like a utility knife if we had to.
Yeah, that's not enough. Well,
But we're certainly not going to throw that piece out.
no. Why would we do that? Actually, we could probably cut this in half. And it'll work just fine. Now this time I want a marker.
I'll see if I have one.
Because I'm not screwing this up again. Got something?
Yep.
Perfect. Can't really see it too good.
It's not working?
No, it's working. The reflection, it's hard to see it. I'm gonna just take this chassis off the table. Get it out of the way. Make this somewhat easier to cut. Yeah, you see how hard it is to see that?
Yeah, whoa. We should have got an anti-glare marker.
Oh wow, it's just gliding right through it. They're so sharp. That's crazy.
They weren't even made in Japan.
Speaking of which, I gotta give you that pencil, the sharpener.
Is it half?
It's half.
Wow, that works out pretty good.
Yeah, well, we have to cut it down a little bit more than that, actually, because it's still gonna be a little bit too big.
Well, at least we can use the whole piece.
Right. It's close, but it needs to have just a little bit taken off, because what's going to happen is the base pan comes up to about here.
Ah, okay.
So I need to take off just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line where it needs to go. Okay. And I'll put the same line on this one too. This is such stupid overkill.
I don't think so. I think this is a good solution.
No, the scissors.
Oh.
No, I think it's a great solution.
Well, quite frankly, the scissors are a great solution also.
Problem is they're so big it's hard to get a straight cut.
Well, if it's slightly thicker, it doesn't really matter. Oh no.
Okay, it's okay. We got it. That's pretty much right on the money there. Okay, so we'll put this down one last time. We'll spray some of the glue. Of course, now the breeze is picking up.
Well, we're almost done. Actually, that's kind of convenient.
Yeah. And that. Doesn't take much glue.
Doesn't take much coil cleaner.
It does take much scissors.
It does take much rinsing.
It certainly does. About another 30 seconds and we'll be good to go. Hampton crap. Who would buy Hampton Bay anything?
I don't know.
We're going to need some 2x4s for the installation.
Oh, for the windowsill?
Yeah, so what I'll probably do is I'll just take this apart. This was the frame for the amount of cool zone, 18,000.
Really?
And I could always just rebuild it if I want to use that one again.
That was what you used to use in the living room,
That
right?
was the first one in the living room, which I think is way underrated. It cools pretty good, all things considered.
Did you use too much coil cleaner on it?
Yes.
I don't know if you want to keep this bag, but it's,
No, we can cancel it out. It's too
it's
sticky.
very sticky now.
I have plenty of those. I get 200 of those a year.
Yikes.
Actually, a little more than that.
Well, that was a wicked winter we had.
Yes, that it was. And a long one, too.
All right, perfect. So I will put the fan and everything back together, and here's your marker.
That marker goes in the ditch.
Okay. These go in the studio, right?
Yep.
Cancel this out. The remnants of. I'm actually, it's nice that that came off as cleanly as it did. I'm going to save it and use it for something. because I have a unit that's missing that.
Use what?
The original foam.
Oh, the cancel out bag is by the door over there.
Cancel out bag. I like that name. Okay.
You're gonna put some grease on the shaft?
Well, the best I can do is this silicone spray. I didn't bring grease with me like I did last time.
I should probably just get my own at this point.
Yeah,
I
if you
take
can
off
fi-
enough shafts.
Yeah, if you can find it, it's the Super Lube.
Is it at the other Home Depot?
No, unfortunately, it is the knot. Luckily, for whatever reason, the LG fan motors and Gold Star fan motors tend to be pretty easy to get shafts off of, blower wheels and fans off of. I don't know why.
Yeah, that blower wheel's not meeting typical cleanliness specifications. Looks like I missed a little bit.
Do
around
you
this
want to
area.
go back or?
I think we'll just go with it.
Okay.
If you find that it's musty, I'll just have to revisit it.
Okay. Here it is.
I mean, I kind of feel like what doesn't come off with the coil cleaner is not going to come off in the air, but we've proven that that's not totally true.
Well, we were busy thinking about lunch, so
That's true. And it didn't look all that bad anyways.
no. It actually, this is probably the cleanest blower wheel I've ever seen on something that's this old. And I know people argue it's not old; it's from 1996, but you know
That was
that's
almost 30
29
years ago.
Yeah, that was 29 years ago, so that's a long time. Let me just make sure it isn't too close.
That's getting pretty close.
I'll see if I can move it down a little bit, but I don't know if there's much I can do.
How much space is there in the back?
A little bit, but it didn't really seem to want to slide any further back than that. That's the problem.
Well, then we'll just have to hope it doesn't get screwed up when we put it in the window.
Which is asking a lot given the shape of those windows.
That's true. Although the base pan's not too bad. It shouldn't shift around, I wouldn't think.
Let me see if I can tap that down a little bit further. I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I really kind of can't move it.
Well, then we'll just go with it as it is.
Yeah, that's as much as it'll suffer, and I have this very loose.
And if it breaks, we'll just have to revisit it later. I think it'll be fine.
Okay. Whew, that was.
Yeah, good luck finding
I
that.
have some extra ones that I brought with me in case. CDs. Oh wow, this is a York capacitor. Interesting.
Is it made in China?
I don't think so. It's probably made in Korea. I don't know. Well, whatever it is, it's good quality. I mean, it lasts this long, right?
True.
Got to make sure that thing's in there. We wouldn't want that to not work.
Oh yeah, you gotta be able to vent the air.
The 1 CFM that it's...
If that, 0.2 CFM.
About to sneeze again?
I think I'll be okay.
I was hoping you'd throw the camera up in the sky or something. Okay, that's that.
There was a stupid conversation that happened with my cousin about like aerial photography.
Was that the acorn cousin?
Yes.
Okay.
And he thought that the first aerial photograph was taken because someone just threw a camera up there.
Seriously?
Meanwhile, at that time, it took a camera like an hour to take a picture.
Why am I not surprised? This thing doesn't even want to close all the way. Oh well. It is what it is, right?
It's not like it's leaking a lot of air.
That's true. Whether it's fully open or fully closed probably literally makes no difference at all.
Better off just gluing it shut.
That's what the hot glue is for, right?
Yep.
Okay, put a little bit of oil on this. Okay, that should be plenty. They just threw a camera up in the air. Did he think it would come down without breaking? Like,
I don't know. I think there wasn't any thinking that went on in that whole conversation.
oh, okay, well, each their own, right?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, I've had plenty of conversation with a lot of different people where no thinking took place.
I've had a conversation with somebody who didn't think about how much coil cleaner they were going to use before they...
Yeah, me too.
And a very intelligent person, I might add.
Yeah, you know, I've had this same conversation with that person about oversizing units and high humidity, and it wasn't agreed with.
Okay, well, you know, whatever.
Can agree with it though, and he would know from the work he does.
I certainly hope he would. Although, unfortunately, some techs are not being trained correctly. They're being trained more for selling stuff than fixing things.
I think some is an understatement. I think Ken's a good tech though.
He's an excellent tech. So clearly that...
Especially considering he hasn't been doing it all that long.
No, he hasn't. Okay, if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with this when I drop it back in. Before we do that, one thing I have to do, and I always forget, I got to take this screw out. Okay. You wouldn't mind helping guide. Perfect. Alright, nice and easy. Alright. See how much easier it is when you have two people?
Yep.
Alright, I think that this isn't quite lined up right, which usually happens.
I think it's caught on that stupid thing on the bottom there.
Is it?
That dumb rusting out line.
Rusting out. In fact, I think this fan might be a little bit too close. There we go. Come on.
What is going on here?
Why is this?
Is this-
That's normal.
That's how it's supposed to be.
No. Now what is this caught on? Interesting.
Oh, that pushes it down like that?
It does.
Wow, no wonder it wore a hole through here. I'm surprised it's not a common failure point. That just seems like a really bad idea. This is getting really close to something.
I think we'll be able to straighten that out once we put the push nuts in there.
It just has to go back a little bit. So
Yeah,
you might be
the
right.
push nuts will help with that.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, we'll adjust the fan.
If it doesn't, we'll just give up and throw it away.
Cancel it out. That'll probably be the thing that goes wrong. We have to mess around with that for 45 minutes.
Which is kind of odd considering that the base pan's pretty structurally sound.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm going to put new push nuts on here because I have a whole box of them.
Yeah, this is not even tall enough to put the camera anymore.
Really would be nice if I could put this back together as fast as I could take it apart.
Well, we're almost done. But there's still plenty to go wrong.
There we go. Yeah, I think we may have to adjust that a little bit.
Well, I can tell this is already stiffer than it was before. Well, it won't have a lot of hours on it, I'm sure.
This is always a pain in the butt, this area over here. Jeez, come on. This is where I need a little piece of paper or something. Yeah, I'll tear off a corner of the ticker towel. That usually works pretty good.
Those are not magnetic?
They might be. They're probably just galvanized steel. There we go. Alright. So here's the trick. Put a piece of paper behind the nut and the socket will hold it.
Interesting.
It's an old automotive technician's trick. And it's in there, but who cares?
What's in there, the ticker towel?
Yeah.
It won't come off? Oh, this shroud's not screwed on yet. Maybe that's part of the problem.
Yeah, we'll get it. Like I said, this fan may have to be pushed back a little bit. In fact, that.
Oh, you mean
yeah,
on the shaft?
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Okay. So, see if I can unsnap that. Come on. No, I'm not going to force it.
That's a first.
Yeah, the fan shaft has to. The fan has to slide a little bit backwards on the shaft. That's okay. It's easy enough to fix it. Don't worry about it. There it is.
Oh, I didn't know that even opened.
It does, but you don't really get a whole lot of folds in it before it breaks. Okay, that should that just make it worse? Well, I guess, yeah, because it's...
Where was the scraping?
The blade was scraping the shroud, so let's see if that made it a little bit better. Okay. Perfect.
Excellent, that made it a lot better.
No scraping at all.
You think we should cut off this thing already?
No, that's a really bad idea. Okay. No, that's a terrible thing to do.
I agree.
Nobody should ever do that.
Somebody did that at one of the meets one year.
That's a bad idea. That is a really, really bad idea.
I would think that would damage the integrity of the blade as a whole.
Of course it's gonna do that. Well, whoever did that wasn't thinking when they did it.
I don't think it was Russ.
No. Russ would never do something like that. What in the world? There we go. Okay. Nice.
Is this in place properly?
It may have warped a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like it's fitting kind of weird. Is it supposed to screw in back here?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on
okay.
right now. Only a couple more screws to go.
Is there like a foam piece that's supposed to be on top here to
No.
stop the airflow?
Oddly enough, no.
I guess the case will just kind of hold it down.
Okay, that's nice and quiet. It's not banging in anything. I'm sure once we put it in the window, it'll be going.
That's a possibility.
Somebody commented in the last Hampton Bay video they thought that the sound that I made was really funny.
Yeah, I saw
imitating
that.
the. Wow. I think their comment was, "Excuse me, what?" Good enough for me. I'm going to put these nuts back on. Obviously, this one I can't because we don't have the sleeve, so we'll leave that
Which
one
ones?
out.
Oh, those.
Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to bottom this thing out.
And that coil is perfectly clean.
You like that?
That's nice. I think it's going to move a lot more air than it was before.
Yeah, it wasn't bad before either,
Right.
despite being Hampton junk. Hampton trash or... Yeah, so that line is very secure. It's not moving.
Okay. It's just concerning to me how it wore through the bottom of the panel.
Well, the problem is water, I think, sat
Because
there.
that means, you know, that the tube has got to have a thin line on it too.
Okay, so
I suppose if that broke, it wouldn't be that difficult to.
it's easy to braze a new
Yeah, we could fix
patch
that.
in there.
I don't think that Russ would do it. He doesn't like to work on the refrigerant system.
It's not for everybody.
He just likes to clean.
Nobody works on window units anyway.
Let's just select a few out there.
Well, I mean, it's not economically viable unless you do it yourself, right? Like, it doesn't pay to pay a tech.
I mean, if you buy a $3,000 or $4,000, you know, big capacity one, and it breaks 2 years later, it might be. But something like
Short
this.
of that,
Yeah. Or I suppose if you had a hole cut in the wall at a specific size, you can't get it.
yikes, yeah, that would really be unfortunate. Okay, we're almost home.
I'm home.
I'm not, I'm about 95 miles from home. I don't think there was nobody on the road this morning. I don't think there'll be anybody out tonight either. Tomorrow's going to be the big travel day. Pretty bad that I have the colors memorized.
Pretty bad I can't even see them.
Well, I feel sorry for you if that's the case. Alright, so black goes to common, because that makes sense. Gray goes to thermostat.
What are you doing over there?
What am I doing over here? What? Did you hear a loud noise last night other than fireworks? Like an animal? There's a pile of feathers in my yard. Yeah, no carcass or anything. But I dispatched the one and ran over one over. So maybe you heard something. Alright. Yeah. Most likely then, yes. Alright. Okay. I don't want to keep you from your work. Thanks again for the nice picnic. And that very nice man. Stay quick, please. See you later.
You're not fitting right?
Well, it's going. Just needs a little bit of help. Well, that's unfortunate. There appears to be one short screw missing.
With like a gutter screw? A quarter-inch gutter screw will fix it?
Well, no.
Or would that be too long?
No, that would be too long. But the question is, how did I lose one screw?
That's not in on the table then?
That's it. That's the one. Thank you.
For heaven's sakes.
I didn't see it from where I was standing. What an ugly sound.
It's the sound of a busted up fence breaking.
That should be everything. Not sure where those 3 screws came from.
Which screws?
There's 3 in this bucket here.
Well, they probably came from the air conditioner.
Well, clearly, but where? Because nothing's missing.
What about that screw?
No,
And
that
screw.
Those were never there. It's only here, here, and here.
Well, I guess we don't need them.
Now you have some extras, I guess.
Perfect.
Seriously though, I don't have a clue where those. Oh, oh, I know. They go on top here. Okay, that makes sense.
What does it screw it? Oh, that's the
Yeah. Okay, that's the ticket. Let's put some silicone in there. In this spot here, so it doesn't leak out. Unless you prefer not to, it's up to you. Take a look, see what you think.
Do you think it would potentially come out the screw hole?
It could.
That would be my only concern if it came up this. How? I don't think that it's cracked all the way down. I mean, it would have to get a lot of water built up before it.
Your call.
I think it would be okay without it.
All right.
If it does, I could always just.
Yeah, you could do it in situ, right? Let's just make sure that this thing powers up before we go through all this trouble.
I'm sure. Well, these are pretty reliable.
Well, no, that I didn't make a mistake wiring it or something.
You're gonna make a mistake wiring it?
Let me get the knob.
Hold on, we gotta check the vent first. Looks like it's working.
Stupid. What a
Oh God, there's something about this.
that camera's getting the snot beaten out of it.
So is my head through this whole thing.
Oh yeah, so much less vibration now.
Oh, that made a big difference.
I know, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's already getting cold.
That's what's up.
There is definitely more airflow now.
Oh wow, that's a significant improvement.
Yeah. I think it was dirtier than it looked. It looks like the fan is moving air. That's kind of dumb. There's some coming out the top there.
Yeah, I used to put a piece of foil tape over that. But I mean, once the cover's on, it's not really going to do anything anyway. Although, you know what we could do?
Yeah, I would put a piece of tape over that too, just because it would bother me so much in concept.
You mean like this?
Yeah. Is that low or high?
That's on low. And that's a little bit too small. There's no vibration at all now. What a difference.
Excellent.
That's already cold. Alright, well. Finish putting it back together and put it in the kitchen.
Excellent. Now we got to install a second one.
Spin.
Also in the kitchen.
Same model, built one day apart. That has a cool gas sound.
Of course it does. It's the feathers.
Oh, you know what? Before I do that,
You know what else has a cool sound? Ice cream.
where we're going in a little while. If we leave now, we might get the ice cream by 9 o'clock tonight.
Well, we got to go to the store before the install
That's
because
true.
I don't have any.
We
of
gotta
that,
get the foam.
Those, I think it's 1.5 by 3 inch foam blocks. They work perfect for most machines in these windows.
I'm gonna help guide that.
Make sure the foam doesn't rip.
Good.
Yeah, that's an excellent solution for that.
I like it. It's a great idea.
I like it.
Okay. Okay.
It's getting kind of warm.
It is.
If only we had a big fan to help keep us cool.
The hardest part is finding where the hole is in the sheet metal after
Oh,
moving
because the
over.
installation's on there now.
Yeah. There it is. Is it? So what I can do to work around that. That in there. Hampton the Bay. What in the world?
Is it not aligned properly?
It's as good as I can get it. Come on. You know what it might be? There we go.
Was that it?
Yeah,
That was the it.
that was the it. That's one of them. Come on. That's... I'll have to do this gradually. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera.
Did you want it plugged in or no?
I unplugged it yet.
No, it's still plugged in.
Oh well.
Oh, you're plugged in.
The oh well.
Okay. It's quite the arc when it makes contact. That's a centrifugal start, so the inrush current has got to be off the charts on that.
I bet. Oh, I know where that other screw goes. I forgot to put it in there.
Oh,
Not
well.
a big deal. Use the paper trick. I think so. I'm ready to just say no, forget about it. See it, I think. Seems like it should be line. Yeah, it just keeps. There we go. Come on! There we go. I finally got it. Man, oh man, I'm that frustrated. Gee whiz. Hey!
It must something got in there, I guess. A leaf or something.
An acorn.
Could it be? Probably another 2 months before acorns start falling.
2 months. Probably another 2 weeks.
I've got to be very particular about cleaning up those acorns this year. I think one of the reasons why the squirrel problem is so bad is I didn't clean them up very well last year.
Well, it's not for lack of trying.
I could have tried harder. There was just so many, and at the point where I just gave up. There was so many that would fall overnight when I would open the garage door in the morning. They would all roll in the garage. Some of that.
Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can. Yeah, there's no way.
Does that screw out?
It screws the bulkhead to the shroud.
Oh, that's not important.
It's not important. It's not the important. Alright, let's just power it up one more time, just the fan, to make sure nothing's banging. Oop, I almost forgot to put the control plate.
Is it still the sticky?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh well.
The oh well.
I suppose it would be probably mint if we took that plastic off.
There is a little corrosion under there for some reason. It's pretty quiet.
Let's see what happens if we try to start the compressor.
No, you're gonna trip a break. Look at how much the fan's slowed down.
Well, it is a 10 gauge cord, so it should hold on. think that's a very reasonable noise level considering the size of the capacitor.
Oh, I would.
Oh, you just broke the plastic.
I didn't even tighten it that much. It's
Here we go, you forcing the
I
screws
didn't even
in.
tighten it that much. All right, I guess it's ice cream time.
I think so. Oh, the door closes now.
Well, it always did. It's just that it's kind of, well, I'm not going to complain.
Maybe because you forced it, now it's going to stick.
Man, that plastic cracking really ticks me off.
Well, as long as it didn't happen in any kind of visual area, it's still cold just for a couple seconds. The compressor was
This is a great unit. Why are the louvers gone? I don't understand. Like somebody
I
broke.
didn't even notice.
Yeah, somebody broke every single one of them off.
Yes, people are nuts.
What do these people do with these boards?
That's worse than breaking the door. At least the door is something you can interact with on a regular basis.
Those you kind of just set them and leave them.
Well, they can turn them out and throw them away. Oh, you can't make this stuff up.
Oh, actually, let's see what the vibration is like now.
You're totally gonna trip the breaker.
It's nothing. Touch the grill.
Oh wow, that's a significant reduction.
It's amazing how much of a difference it makes,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I wasn't expecting that much of a difference. You can feel that it's running anymore. The voltage is gotta be like 100 volts.
This thing really, the fan is pretty strong.
I gotta get the meter. It's actually so dry out there. I think it's only like 40% right now. It's very dry.
It just sped up quite a bit. Oh, it didn't. It really didn't break it. Interestingly enough.
All right, so right now the voltage is the 120.2 the volts.
Oh, it's not plugged in. Duh.
That's 12.2 the amps.
Oh no.
The voltage only went down to 115. That's not bad at all, though. For that much load. That's a good cord. It's the wood spring.
They don't even make extension cords anymore. Is that from the new old stock house?
Sure is.
That's why it's good.
I think I've used every cord I've left in there at some point since we were there.
Ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
It's timed out. It's so low it's not even reading it. I went to 110 and it blanked out.
I need to go to the ice cream shop. It's so quiet.
Yeah, I'm impressed with how quiet.
I mean, it obviously sped up a little bit. Wow.
There's so much more air than there was before.
Do you think it was dirtier than it looked?
I think so. This is blasting out air now.
Wow, that's very strong.
That's not that bad. I really think most of that's outside noise too. Good even flow across the whole register too. Just saying the directors aren't there, but that's a different.
Well, I
story.
got you some. Remember?
Yeah, I just don't understand where the heck they went.
And why did they save the whatever? That's a nice startup sound.
It looks like the schematic is blowing up in the thing there. Yeah, that's what's creating that buffeting over here. Is the schematic is coming off. We'll have to get a piece of the tape and put it back
Yeah, a
down.
piece of tape will hold it.
It'll
I need
have to be sticky though.
I need to get a piece of the ice cream. Ice cream.
Does it smell like anything to you?
Let me see.
It doesn't to me, but that's not saying anything.
No, it just smells damp because we just washed it.
Fair enough.
But it smells clean.
Good.
That fan's in decent balance. These things are hit or miss with how much they shake.
Yeah, that's very reasonable. Now the 10K is pretty out of balance.
I'm gonna wash my hands, have some water, and then get some ice cream.
Okay.